Hi, I'm Phyllis from southernfrugal.com. Well, for lunch today, which is going to be, let's see, it's 2:30 now, so we're not having lunch till probably 3:30 today, because about mid-morning we had one of those little whole wheat muffins, so of course we're not hungry at all now. But anyway, we're going to make a little salmon souffle, and it's so quick and easy, and it's very high in protein, and it's just easy. All right, so we're going to use a can of red salmon. What are the ingredients? Okay, let me read the label for you. The ingredients are red sockeye salmon and salt. Now, this can is going to contain some skin and some bones, but if we eat everything in the can, use it in the souffle, we're going to get 10% of our daily need of calcium. So we're just going to dump the whole thing in the little food processor and grind it all up. All right, so here we go. Real simple and so easy, and you know, this is just healthy for you. And this is wild caught Alaskan salmon. And this is the small can, because it's just the two of us here. So this is 7.5 ounces. So I'm going to open up this can with my little handy dandy little can opener. Oh, sorry about the jiggling. And I've really used this can opener a lot. I don't have an electric can opener anymore, and the reason I don't is because that little thing that goes down into punches the can, or punches a hole in the can, gets gunk on it, and you have to keep cleaning it off, and I just finally got tired of all of that. All right, so let's see if this isn't opened enough. Now, these never get dirty right in here because none of the liquid ever touches them. See, smells perfectly clean. All right, so you just take this little hook. Can y'all see that? Let's see if you can see that. Y'all see that little hook? And hook it onto the edge of the can, and the lid just comes right off. And I have done a little click for Amazon on my website on products I highly recommend, and I think this can opener is on there. Okay. And I keep it in the drawer so that way it's not always in my way. Alright, here's the salmon. Now this is whole salmon. I hope y'all can see that. Let me dump this juice out. I'm going to dump that right in the food processor. See, it's got the bone in the middle, and of course there's skin around and lots of bones in there. So I'm just going to dump it in, all of it. 2 whole eggs, and those are large eggs. And this is half of a small Vidalia onion. Just going to cut that bottom off of it. And just kind of cut it up just a little bit. Oops. 1/2 of a red bell pepper. We'll cut that up just a little bit too. And this was from my stash in the freezer that was frozen from last year. This is so easy, and it tastes delicious. And salmon is not one of my favorite things, but when you add the spices and all to it, it's really good. Okay, let me wipe my hands off. Alright, so juice of 1/2 lemon, and this was a very small lemon, so that looks like about maybe 2 tablespoons right in there. Now I'm not putting any salt because the salmon already has salt in it. Now I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of dill weed. Might be a little over a teaspoon. So I love dill weed with any kind of fish. I just love dill weed, the taste that it imparts to stuff. And I'm using Old Bay seasoning. I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of that. And that's got some salt in it, so that's another reason we're not adding any additional salt. So 1 level teaspoon of Old Bay. There it goes. Okay, and the next thing, I'm going to put 3 tablespoons of self-rising flour. That also has got salt in it. So you just want to use 3 level tablespoons. All right. And we're ready. Have to play around with my little food processor because it's old. All right, let's see if that works. There. Okay, we're just going to turn this on for just a second or two. Okay. There's our salmon souffle. Now this really would probably serve 4 people, but today we are having the salmon souffle and just a salad, so we'll probably eat all of this. All right, so just dump it into your little a greased little loaf pan, and again you've got all the skin, which of course has a lot of calories in it, and you've got all the bones, which is going to give you calcium. Get a little more of that out. All right. There it is, going in the oven, 350 degrees for 30 to 45 minutes because I've got a small little pan, and this is really a small amount. If you're making like double this or using a different kind of, the larger can of the salmon, and you're doubling the recipe, you of course have to cook it longer and cook it in a larger pan too. See, this is a very small little pan. So 30 to 45 minutes, this should be done. It's going to puff up, it'll fall back down a little bit. All right, when this is done and I've got the salad ready and we're ready to eat, we'll be back. Okay, here's what the little salmon souffle looks like. I've just taken it out of the oven. I'm going to finish fixing our salads, and I'm going to make a little sauce to go on this salmon souffle, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're ready to eat. Now I went ahead and fixed a salad. And by the way, these greens, that's a combination of the baby lettuce and some baby kale and cucumbers and tomatoes. Now the greens came from the garden, so I'm very happy about that. And there's the salmon souffle, and this little sauce is just 3 ingredients. It's a little mayonnaise, equal amounts of mayonnaise, ketchup, and then about a tablespoon of cooking cherry. And these are little angel biscuits. And I will do a video on the angel biscuits because they're quite different than just a regular biscuit. And that recipe for the angel biscuits has been around, I think, probably since the late 60s. But anyway, there's a close-up of the salmon souffle, and it is delicious. Very, very easy to make. And of course I've got our iced tea ready. So we're ready to eat, and sure enough, it's right around 3 o'clock. So this is definitely our big meal of the day. All right, we will see y'all next time.